The people held in this high-security prison in The Hague are accused of the most serious crimes against humanity. They're on trial before the International Criminal Court. The chief prosecutor says he believes the court has an important role to play.
Why a court prevent crimes? Because massive atrocities are rational crimes, are crimes planned, are not passionate crimes, are not a lover killing the wife or the husband killing the lover of the wife. No. These are organizations who are planning crimes. So the idea that they will be punished will prevent them.
The chief prosecutor is determined to end impunity. That's why the court issued an arrest warrant for the Sudanese president. The charge, war crimes and crimes against humanity.
Bashir will face justice. In 6 months, in 6 years, he will face justice. We are a permanent court. We can wait. His victims cannot wait. So for me, we end impunity. Bashir will have no impunity.
But Omar al-Bashir is still free. He has even mocked the International Criminal Court in public. He will only be forced to appear in court in The Hague if he enters a country that is prepared to act on the arrest warrant. It illustrated the difficulties facing the International Criminal Court. Often, investigators have to seek out witnesses in refugee camps and protect their identity when they record witness statements.
They killed my husband, they killed my 3 children, and they raped me. And it was not just one person who raped me. It was a gang of 5. They all took it in turns to rape me. That's the kind of story that we hear time and time and time again in the different situations.
Gloria Atiba Davies is a lawyer. She is herself a former refugee from Sierra Leone. Today, she leads teams of researchers on the ground and has to make it clear to witnesses how long proceedings can take.
It may not be next year. It may not even be the year after. So you try to explain to them, because you don't want to raise their expectations to say, they've taken my statement today. End of the month, maybe I'll be called to go and testify. They would have arrested the person who raped me or who killed my children.
Many victims have lost hope that justice will ever be served. The court guarantees them protection, but appearing in the witness box is a huge ordeal for many, as in the case of Thomas Lubanga, where former child soldiers testified against their commanders. Klaus Molitor prepares cases like these, a painstaking job that involves gathering mountains of evidence.
Sure, it's sometimes frustrating that it takes so long, of course, for us and for the victims. For example, it's often difficult for them to appreciate the processes involved in such a large bureaucracy or in the courtroom itself.
We have no reason to be frustrated. We are working for people who are suffering the worst crimes, so they have to be frustrated. The victims in the camps, they decide to be frustrated. We have no right to be frustrated.
It was the UN Security Council that asked the court to investigate claims of genocide in Sudan's Darfur region. This despite the fact that permanent council members Russia, China, and the US don't recognize the ICC. Not a problem, says Ocampo.
I had normal interaction with the United States of America, so we are working. I have relations with other non-state parties, Qatar, Egypt, many non-state parties are working with us. So I think it's an idea evolving because no one is against stopping massive atrocities.
Ocampo is convinced that the concept behind the International Criminal Court will find long-term success.
It's not about idealism, it's about realism. If the world is not based in legal principles, the world will disappear, simply. The world will be that full.